Hey guys, John Stevens here at Working Man Success. Hey, if you're trying to work your way up the ladder of success and build the best life you possibly can, this channel is going to be for you. This is where we talk about all the concepts, ideals, practical plans, and attitudes that's going to get you move you up the ladder of success in any line of work, and it's going to help you build a life that you really want for you and your family. And that's what we do as men, right? We try to provide and protect. So if it's kind of our duty to provide the best life we possibly can and build the best life we possibly can for our wife and kids. So, and I think there's a very lack of mentorship and leadership in this world today. So that's kind of why I wanted to make this channel where we can build a community of high standard guys that can help the younger generations build the life that they want, and help the older guys too if they're not on the path yet. So it's never too late to start on the path, but the younger you start, of course, the better life you're going to build. And guys, I'm going to tell you something today that is super simple, and I think everybody knows it. Down deep, they know it. But here's why it is so powerful, is because nobody does it on a consistent basis. Nobody understands how powerful it is in your career and building the life you want to live. So I'm going to give you 4 cornerstone habits that you got to put them in you got to build them in you if you don't have them. If you don't have these 4 cornerstone habits, you're not going to get to climb the ladder of success. You're going to scrape by life, and you'll probably live an average life at best. But if you want to build a great life, you've got to have these 4 cornerstone habits. And we can break them down and go deep into each one of them later. But right now, I'm just going to give you the 4 things. And understand, guys, what makes these the most powerful, or what makes these so powerful, is nobody else understands the power and the impact they have over a period of time. So the first habit you've got to have is you got to build a habit in yourself to never miss work unless it's absolutely necessary. If you've got a planned vacation, or you've got a doctor's visit or something that you're going to, well, if you tell your company that, hey, I got to be off this day, that's a different situation, because them things has got to happen. But if you just get up and decide you don't want to go to work that day, or you're not feeling good, or you got something that come up, people look for every excuse they possibly can to miss work. And if you can develop in you the habit of not doing that, well, that's going to put you way ahead of them. The second thing is, when you're at work, you got to provide value. But everybody at work provides some kind of value, or they're not going to be there long anyway. So you got your normal job, but you need to try to build a habit inside you of looking to see how you can become more valuable. And that's not it's not like you got to change the whole company, or you got to come up with a new invention, or you got to be just outstanding. What it means is, maybe you take out the trash, maybe you sweep up the floor, maybe you give somebody a hand moving something. But people don't have the mentality of looking for opportunities to become valuable to somebody else. And if you always build that in you, where you're just got the habit of walking around, when you're walking around and you don't have your hands on something, give your coworkers a hand at something. Anything that needs to be done, grab it and do it. And if you can build that in you, well, that's going to separate you from everybody else, and it's going to help you move up the ladder. Number 3, guys, is just stay drama free. Stay out of the drama. Don't get in all the little arguments and nitpicky bullshit that goes on in every job. People start arguing and people start disagreeing. 99% of the time, all these little arguments is not worth getting into. Some of them are. Some of them you've got to stand up, be clear about your position, and don't compromise on it. But 99% of the time, people bicker back and forth, and neither side matters. So just let that stuff go. Try not to get involved in that. And the fourth one, guys, when you walk away from an area, whatever your line of work is, I don't care if you're in a restaurant business, I don't care if you're in construction, and I don't care if you're on an assembly line, in a factory, in a cubicle, working at a desk. It doesn't matter what your line of work is. You cannot leave messes behind. If you break in a like a community break room, you can't leave your mess behind. When you get up, if you got crumbs on the table, candy wrappers, food wrappers, water bottles, and you leave any of that stuff behind, you're creating a reputation for yourself as being a messy person. Same way with your work areas, same way with your desk. You have got to pick up after yourself. And you can start building that same concept at home. You can, like, when that becomes your identity, you're that all the time. So make sure, like, you can build that everywhere you go, in your vehicle, at home, at work. So if you want to work your career up the ladder of success, you've got to have them 4 habits. Number 1, you got to show up no matter what. You got to be at work. If you're not there, you're not valuable. Number 2, you got to become more valuable than what is necessary. Number 3, stay out of the drama. Stay drama free. Number 4, pick up after yourself. Them 4 simple things will get you way up the ladder more than you think, because the reason is it's by default, because nobody else does them on a consistent basis. Nobody else knows or sees the value in doing them 4 simple things. And if you can build it in you where that is a habit for you, and you put that into play day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, you're going to separate yourself from the masses on such a big scale. It's going to be undeniable that you're way up in the top 20%. So guys, keep that in mind. I know you know somebody that needs to hear this, so send it to them. Get in the comments. Please get in the comments and let's talk about this. And if nothing else, just put in the comments the 4 cornerstone habits. And if you give it a thumbs up if you think it's valuable, and give me a like. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for listening, guys.